All right, in this module, we're going to talk about mental and emotional recovery. So, I think in general, athletes are not great at taking rest days. So, and I'm talking physical rest days. In general, you all tell me that it's really hard for you. Not everyone, but most people. So now we're making it even more complicated by asking you to mentally and emotionally recover when you find it hard to take a physical rest day. So, in order to convince you that it is really important, we're going to look at the consequences of not taking rest days. So, burnout, which I think we're all kind of familiar with at this point, has three characteristics. Okay, one, you're emotionally and physically exhausted. Two, no matter what you're doing, it doesn't feel like you're accomplishing enough. Okay. And three, you start devaluing your sport. Why am I even playing? What am I even doing? These are the same characteristics that we find in work burnout. Okay. So this seems bad. This seems like something we want to avoid. Well, on the flip side, we have engagement. Okay. So if burnout's over here, engagement's here. This is when we're, right here, we're confident about what we're doing. We're dedicated to our task and our sport, and we're vigorous and enthusiastic. Okay. So let's go back real quick. Burnout, exhaustion, okay, versus confidence. Number two, reduced sense of accomplishment and sport devaluation, which number over here, we're dedicated. Hey, we don't want to quit, and we're enthusiastic about it. So it's like engagement is the opposite of burnout. So this is what we want. The way we get that is to avoid burnout, right? We want to keep our people happy, engaged, doing things. So the burnout stages, and there's a lot of information in this reading, but I want you to pick out these burnout stages and kind of think about this. So first, you have to have an environment that's demanding a lot of you. Second, you have to appraise it and go, whew, that's a lot. Three, you respond. Usually it's that stress response, right? Like, oh no, I've got to step it up and do this thing. And four, you change your behavior. So it makes sense, like it kind of flows through of how you get the demands. We have to recognize that those demands are a lot. We respond, and then we have a behavior change, which is, do we try harder? Do we take a rest day? Do we quit? What does this even mean? So we want to make sure that we understand the stages so we can see them coming when possible. All right. And then the last thing is recovery and TMI. So you can imagine how a team is not going to be able to achieve the task they need to achieve because the members are crabby, burnout, tired. They don't even value sport anymore. And so they're not functioning very well. Individually, we literally said they're devaluing sport, right? So they don't understand or don't care anymore because they are so burnt out. So recovery, physical, emotional, and mental recovery is really important part of your training plan. But how many times do we plan that? So we're going to spend most of class making sure we understand these concepts and then also thinking about how to build recovery into our team program, okay? And we want it kind of to be a fundamental part of the team. All right, if you have any questions, you know where to find me, and otherwise I will see you in class.